What's good? This your boy Hurricane giving you truth in its full form. Revolutionary Dodge Nigga Shy and Happy New Year! Again. But it ain't no new year for those that keep on still doing that bullshit like last year. Y'all still caught up in that baby mama, baby daddy drama. Still caught up hanging around the mall motherfuckers. If y'all still doing that, then it ain't no new year. It's just a different date. And you're still doing the same shit. Some motherfuckers are stagnant. But anyway, Happy New Year for those that's trying to make change, that's trying to grow and develop wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in their lives. And the only way to do that, to change who you are, you must change the way you think. The decisions you make today will determine your tomorrow. That sounds good. I like that. I like that. Yes. Anyway, today is part 4 of Fellas, Don't You Hate It When? You ready? Question mark. Fellas, don't you hate it when, I don't know if you had this problem, but I know most fellas have this problem. Don't you hate it when your girlfriend say, I'm bored? I'm bored. Don't you hate it? Because I'm going to give you the reason why they say it and what they doing. One, in my experience is, after I offered up things to do, like, which is activities, like, all right, you want to go to the show? She's like, no. All right, you want to go for a walk in the park? No. You want to go smash? No. All right, fuck, want to play a game or buy a new game we can play? We can dance all day. You know, like, bitches love to dance. I got the dance games on deck. But no, they don't want to do that. So I'm like, you want to go get something to eat? Like, even though you ain't home, you just want to go out? Like, no. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So I watched other people experience it, and then, like, they just look as confused as me. Like, I don't know what to do, man. The women are complicated. I'm like, nigga, no, they're not. They're just stupid. So I finally come to a conclusion. I'm like, look, if you bored, go hang with your family or your friends or something, because I just offered up some fun things to do and you don't want to do it. So the female eventually leaves. I know some of you fellas probably went through this. The female eventually leaves. Probably gone for the whole day. Probably 3 days, maybe a week. But when you receive phone calls, she's have a different attitude. Like, she's either more sad or live like a motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, I know people that have been through this. So what does it mean? Let me do some investigating. And coming to find out, what most female means when they say they're bored, it kind of connects with them telling you that you are boring. Now, most fellas, they go to work, they come home, they take care of their house, and they take care of the woman that they with. When it's time to smash, you know, he puts the power game down, marital missionary style, you know, but you still say he's boring because he comes home every day to you, pays the bills, and do everything that he possibly can to maintain a living stability and a love life. But you say it's boring. So what I found out was, after you try to have fun and make it not be boring, she's still bored. But coming to find out was, she wants to argue, fuss, and fight. That's what I found out. And that shit blew my fucking mind. So I was like, what? Yeah. So I was kind of hurt. I was like, you want to argue? You want to fight? You know what that leads to? Whoop, whoop. Oh, shit. Getting handcuffed, getting thrown to the ground, judo flipped on the neck by a cop or popped by one. it's like you want drama. So you find out that she wants the exes that was going upside her head or talking to her any kind of way. And then I'm like, damn, this is stupidity. This is stupidity at its finest. Women are not complicated at all. It's like, it's very simple. It's very simple. But when I found that out, it just, what up though? Like, it just didn't want to resonate. So I'm like, this can't be true. Until I saw a nigga going through it. Until I saw multiple guys actually go through and have this story. They was like, man, when my female said she was bored, she fucking wanted to fight me. She wanted to argue with me. Like, it was like, that was the only thing that was the excitement in the relationship was the fights. So I was like, oh, damn. You know, like, hearing it from an older guy, shit at a bus stop, man, that shit fucked me up. I'm like, okay. I did my research. My research is over. This is what goes on. So I said, whenever a female say that she's bored, I'd be like, look, there's the door. She was like, what? I was like, yeah. You know, like, whenever a female say that she's bored, that means I'm boring. I guess I'm not going upside your head or fucking yelling and screaming at you. That's not me. You know, what happened to the Netflix and chill? But nope, you want to argue, fuss, and fight? Nope, there's the door. There's the door. This is like, what, you kicking me out? Yes, I'm kicking you out because you said that you're bored. I offered up things to do. You said you don't want to do them, so obviously you might as well just go on to your family or go on to your friends or go on to the exes that's blowing up your phone right now that you keep leaving the room to go talk to. So, once people know that I be so direct, man, shit, they back off quick, man. That shit be fucking hilarious. But it's hilarious now, man. But it was shocking back when it first happened, but it's hilarious now. It's hilarious now. But, yeah, it's just, whenever they say they bored, then that's an indication that you're boring, you know, because, like, she ain't even looking and seeing. Like, you got a roof over your head, you got a job, 2 jobs, and a hustle. All you gotta do is just sit at home and chill. And then get a phone call, a couple knocks at the door, you know, you real cool. Yeah, what up? You got your key card? She is on the phone. Okay, please just do it. Yeah, you good to go. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Happy New Year. So, fellas, in conclusion, if you ever hear your female say that you're bored and you offer up things to do, like, all right, you bored, let's go to the movies. Let's go to the park. Let's go shopping. Let's go out to eat. Let's go to a fucking bar. Go to a club. If she say no to all that things that's fun, that y'all could both do together, then she wants to argue, fuss, and fight with you, or wants to be around that environment. You know, remember, to change who you are, you must change the way you think. You know, and most females are accustomed to that lifestyle because they grew up in the hood. They grew up in the projects. So, like, all you know is good for nothing niggas or good for nothing bitches, not going outside of your circumference and getting to know new things and getting to know new people and situations. You might have to go to another culture, because I'm telling you, man, it is the majority of the American black woman is not tolerable. You know, like, we gotta wake up and realize, fellas, black brothers that's getting child support raped and divorce raped, we need to motherfucking wake up and realize, man, that this shit ain't for us. You don't need to put ourselves in these situations. So, fellas, if she say it's boring and she don't accept any offer that you got, then tell her to hit the bricks. Because you're not about to argue, fuss, and fight and risk getting locked up or killed because someone wants excitement in their life at the expense of you. So this your boy Hurricane. Peace. Keep your eyes open.